In this video, you are going to learn how to get reposted by top accounts on Instagram. And this is probably the #1 strategy that you can use if you are brand new to Instagram, you've no audience, and you've no audience outside of Instagram either. So this will help you get in front of a big audience. Very simple strategy, but very, very effective. And let me give you a couple of examples to bring this to life. So I'm just going to show you quite a simple example of this. From Tim Ferriss's account. So he's an author, and you can see that he has a post here, and this is actually a repost. You can see that he's said that in the comment of the image, and he's actually mentioned the original poster, which in this case is JD Purr. So if I click through, I can see here from Jane Macaulay that this was her original post. Same image, and all she said is I love the holidays, and she's hashtag Tim Ferriss, hashtag tribe of mentors. So why would Tim Ferriss repost this? Well, because it's essentially a mini testimonial. It's somebody who is enjoying their products. You see, I love the holidays. That's kind of a perfect post for Christmas time. It's a subtle way for Tim to remind his audience that the book is out and that they can get it for Christmas. So essentially, if you want to get reposted by big accounts, you've got to give them a post that is going to make them look good, that reminds people to buy their products, their services. That's essentially a mini testimonial. Essentially where you're going to be the poster boy for them that they can then reshare out. Now in this case here, I don't think Jade Macaulay kind of uses strategically. You can just see this is a personal account. But if you're even a business account or you have a personal brand that you want to grow, what you can do is identify top accounts in your niche and say something good about their product or service, their book, their course, whatever it can be, so then they have the opportunity to repost it. So that was one example there. You can see Tim Ferriss is an author, he has a book. So anybody who says something good about it, he's probably going to repost it. And even if I look down here, you can see that he's reposted somebody else, which is the Christmas tree in the books. Again, a great way for him to remind his audience to buy the book for Christmas. And so what you can do is even look at these top accounts, look at the types of posts that they have reposted before. And if you wanted to get in front of them, you could create a post similar to that. And you could just make sure that you put in the hashtags or whatever that get their attention, that they'll be monitoring on their notifications or other way. Now let me give you another example of this just to make it really clear again. So here's another account, this guy Dave Ramsey. And you can see here that this is another repost. So they say debt paid off $61,000 in 2017. Now that is a great achievement. Obviously that is something that was a result of the work that this guy does. He's a kind of a helps people get out of debt. This is a success story, a case study, someone who is a poster boy for what he's trying to do and encourage his audience to do. So of course he's going to share that out. This is exactly the outcome that he is trying to get his audience to. So this builds his authority. It also shows that his products, his services work, etc. And so, of course, he is going to repost that. So if you wanted to get the attention of this guy, Dave Ramsey, and get reposted, well then, you create a success story from his products or services. Make sure you tag him or include the hashtags. And then there's a good chance that he is going to repost that out. Now you can see that's the original post there. And you can see that they said we were happy that we were able to continue our debt-free journey with shipping away that hope it will be done in a couple of years. And you can see down below then that they have actually tagged that big top influencer account, Dave Ramsey. So that was kind of two examples there of maybe an online influencer. I'll show you another example of this because it really does work for whatever type of product or service you have. This is an e-commerce product. It's It's kind of camping a tent that's up off the ground. Looks pretty cool, to be honest. And you can see here is a picture of their product in action that one of their customers took. And the way that we know this is because you can see PC photo credit, camping in tents. Now, I think this is an example of someone using it quite strategically. Now, we can see that this tent style is 186,000 followers. We can see that this got 2,832 likes. So that got quite a lot of engagement. And you can see the photo credit going back to the original account, which if we look here, I'm guessing has a much smaller audience, 447 followers. So this is the perfect example of a much smaller account getting the attention of a massive account by really showing their products in a positive way. So if we come back to the original post here, we might have to scroll down and find this. Here we go. This is the original post. And they're saying, check out this setup. Spread the word. They put in even the link to the company account. They plant a tree while you're at it. So it's a customer really spreading the message positively. And you can see that they have even shown where it is, Wick Park, tree, snow, hammock. So it's kind of like a pretty interesting way that they've shown the product. And essentially, again, it's a success story. It's a testimonial, a visual testimonial of the product. And as a result, that much bigger account is going to share that out. And the benefit for this smaller account is that it puts them in front of the big account's audience. So if you want to use this to grow your own Instagram account, what you need to do is firstly, identify those big accounts that you want to get in front of. Now you could be following those. They're going to be slightly different for any type of business that you're in. And once you've identified them, what you want to do is think about how you can create a success story, a mini testimonial that will catch their attention and that they are going to want to share out. Now you can do this over and over and over again. It is a fantastic way to grow your Instagram account by simply being reposted by top Instagram accounts. So go ahead and use that for yourself, use it for your clients, use it for your companies. It's one of the fastest ways that you can grow on Instagram.